Привет, comrades. It was me there. We're just going to start the story stage here in Arknights during the Lone Trail event, so let's get reading, shall we? If you don't like lore, you might want to skip this part. Me, I'm a lore junkie, so I'm just gonna have fun here. We're gonna start where we left off with Silence and Ifrit and Sorry meeting. That's awesome and frightening at the same time. Who knows? Let's see. Silence. Finally, ever since I entered the city, I've been wondering when I would get to see you. Silence? Ifrit, come over here. Don't worry, Silence. I'm all good here. Good enough to knock out a row of bad guys while carrying you in one arm and running laps around them. If you don't believe me, I'll even carry Saria with my other arm just to prove it. Stop speaking for a bit. You'll affect the drone readings. Oh, okay. Silence lowered her head to examine Ifrit just like she used to do, with the same meticulous and gentle manner as ever, but Ifrit still feels very nervous. She has never been scared of Silence getting angry at her. One of the first things she learned growing up was that Silence's anger stemmed from a concern for her. She knows that after Silence is angry, she helps her take care of things that were doing her harm and helps her chase off the things that were scaring her. It's not real anger, but Ifrit is scared of this silence. When Silence does not show an ounce of anger, and rather a quieter than usual, she realizes something must have hit Silence's limit. The skies in Trimonts are always gloomy and grey, and the storm clouds are as big as monsters. No wonder you used to always walk into my room with your hair all drenched. Oh, and hot dogs, do you like them? The doctor bought some for me and Rosmantis, and I want to try one with strawberry flavored syrup next time. Silence. I decided to come here myself. I bothered Dr. Kelsey about it for a long time and also wrote the doctor a super long letter. I completed all my courses and trainings in the last few years. I can do a whole lot of missions just like you and Saria. Blood uranium crystal density has slightly increased. What are the estimate rates of increase for that and for the cell fusion assimilation? For now they are within controllable ranges. We won't know the rest of the results until Ifrit returns to the landship for a comprehensive examination. You want me to return to the landship? You guys still don't trust me. No, Ifrit, I trust you. But... there shouldn't be a need for any buts here. With Saria around. 4 years ago it was in this very city and under the very same signboard. I almost lost you for her. Back then she was at your side too, no different than right now. But I lived and I've been living good. Saria protected me, so this time I can protect you and everyone with her. Ifrit listens to Silence. She's your doctor and you should trust her the most. But I trust you too. I trust the doctor. I was modest too. There's no difference in the amount of trust I have in you guys. Sorry, I saw you the other day. You were with that mysterious man in a trench coat at Trident Factory in District 13. And on the very same day, something fell from the sky. So you were there too. Just another Rhine-related secret experiment, right? Of course you won't answer, because this is you trying to protect me and Ifrit. Just 10 minutes ago, Ifrit stopped an assassination attempt on the Vice President. What? I'm not trying to conceal information from you, Silence, but what I have on hand is also very limited. There are simply too many different factions involved in this, and all I can do is try my best to prevent the situation from deteriorating even further. We must put this back on the right track. I've heard that line from Director Saria too many times. You were always in control of the situation back at Rhinelab, but those horrifying experiments kept popping up one after another. There will always be someone hurt by the ambitions of another, and these wounds won't simply be healed by criminal charges and trials, not to mention a trial that should never have happened in the first place. I can't help but wonder, when you people finally extinguish this fire, just how many will be left in the ruins breathing their last breath just like Ifrit was. You'll perceive the situation more thoroughly and clearly than I can, but you still choose, out of habit, to help them control. You hope to minimize any damage, and preferably shrink it until it becomes unnoticeable, rather than put a stop to the immortality at its source. I can't deny that. Saria, I've been waiting for years to ask you a question. Your inability to make a genuine stand against Ryan, is it because deep in your bones you've always been the same as them? The same as Control? Sniper! Silence, get down! Ifrit! What? Saria? White calcium crystals float before her eyes. They had briefly protected her and Ifrit just moments ago, but now they disintegrate silently as the caster falls. Oh fuck no. Confirmed hit on the target. Great. This high-powered energy weapon is capable of blasting a hole open through an armored vehicle, and yet it wasn't able to penetrate her arts. This damn Woovra and her arts are tough as shit, harder than power armor. You mean to say there's a possibility she might survive? Heh, possibility. I'm so fed up with that word. All these researchers tossing it around. What I want is results, definite results. Then what happened with the Vice President? God damn it. That's my Steam. Hold on, give me a second. I'll just gonna answer here quickly. Okay, there we go. Alright. Then what happened to the Vice President? Maylander won't give us a second chance. Then the op team is still on standby. Should we order them to withdraw? No need. Give them something else to do. Just like how we dealt with that eyesore of a Woovra. Don't let anyone causing chaos in Rhine get off scot-free. It's time for those idiots who think they can do whatever they want with just a few companies under their belts to wake up. No one can challenge the Colombian army's authority on Colombian soil and get away with it. Move! Blake, I didn't give you Ryan's contracts for you to drag it into the gutter. Which is why you've used your channels within Ryan. The guilty are often the first to complain, Ferdinand. Are you aware of our current situation? Someone disrupted the intel and the detonator went off too early. And now, reporters have already spun a story that this has nothing to do with Jackson at all. What did you say? I said the assassination failed. Are you satisfied? Come on, Ferdinand, put away whatever weapon you're hiding. Do you really think you can even leave a scratch on me? Relax, I don't blame you. Blake pats Ferdinand's cheek twice. Ferdinand expects Blake's eyes to be filled with murderous intent, but to his surprise, all he sees is a smile. Carrying out an assassination within Rhine, given our current intel, would have been extremely difficult, even with without your meddling. And even now, that company's all that's on your mind. Loyalty to your own desires isn't necessarily a bad thing, though. I'm serious, Ferdinand. It is an admirable trait. You're fit to be a soldier. But now that we've failed, what of it? This is just the beginning. It's a good thing that Maylander has us pinned down. Do you know just how many of my superiors have been waiting ages to strike out against them? Before the situation spirals out of control, our losses will only win me more support. And if things really spiral, trust me, you don't want to know how things will end for me. Of course, I can't guarantee how they'll end for you either. I'll stick to our agreement to help you find Kristen. We can still turn the tables once we have her in our grasp. That goes for both of us, and Ryan too. I'll go meet with Jara. Sure, by all means. Let's see if it's luck or fate that will catch up to us first. Squad A, search that site. Squad B, conduct your search over there. Our targets are a hooded figure with no weapon and a feline god able to use highly lethal arts. One does not simply catch Rosmanthus. There we go. Doctor, my terminal lit up. That means it's time for me and Ifrit to meet up, but I can't sense her presence. She probably found Saria. Ryan should be safe for now. This place isn't safe at all. There are too many laboratories here. They all have the same white walls, just like a maze. Ifrit hates this kind of place the most. Whenever she talks about those memories, her breath becomes shorter and her hands get cooler than usual. I want to go find her. I don't want to see my friend get hurt. Oh, so cute! Muelsyse is so fucking precious, I can't. She's so cute. Such a good daughter. These walls aren't so tough. Just give me the order and I can get you out of here easily. We can't expose ourselves yet. Thank you very much for choosing not to smash up our walls. We imported the material from Casimir's. They're very expensive. There's no need to be so nervous, little girl. As you can clearly see, I'm only a businessman. Nothing but a fountain pen and a wallet in my pocket. It's you. I didn't expect you to see here, Director Fitzroy. Sure enough. My next meeting just happens to be around the corner, so I figured I would greet our guests on my way over. Areas C and D have been searched. There's a ton of conference room in the front. Prepare to check them one by one. Enemies in the corridors and a lot of them too. Give me the order, Doctor. Your company. A hero working behind the scenes to prevent a terrible conspiracy, but soon to become a target of a clandestine arrest. In Colombia, these sorts of stories are common enough, and such a script wouldn't fetch a good price in rank, but at the end of the day, is it a party being obstructed by the establishment and waiting to punish them for it? Or is the other party dispatching a commission to let this yet-to-be-exposed deal sink into the abyss? What do you think? They all have reasons to investigate us. You included, Director Fitz, right? Surely you should up here at this moment for more than a greeting. Oops, would you just look at the time? They're waiting for me to start our meeting. I hope I haven't disrupted your plans too much just by stalling you a bit. Doctor, please stand back. I'm going to begin attacking. Director Fitzroy? My friends call me Justin Jr. Justin Jr. The military seeing us together won't be good for you. What if I told them that the young and beautiful feline lady by your side has something to do with the top secret military experiment that should rightfully be covered in dust and long unused? Huh? Is that a reminder from a friend? The choice lies with you. Do remind me just how many of our excellent employees have you already poached from Maylander? Was it 8 or 10? Jara has been thinking about getting acquainted with whoever runs your HR. Since Rhodes Island and Maylander have been cooperating so closely. The next time we meet, I might even have a contact for you and offer you can't refuse. Looking forward to it. Alright, I won't bother you and Miss Feline here any longer. By the way, Dr. Sagan, after you get back, please do ask Muelsyse a question for me. When she goes out to eat, what's her preferred cuisine? I like this dude. He's great. Only one conference room left. The target is most likely inside. Prepare to breach. It's empty. Did you hear sound just now? What sound? The sound of water. Oh, how wonderful it is. It's a lively energy strong enough to fight even fate itself. Oh boy. He's fucked. Saria! She's not responding, no way! Her head suffered a serious impact, and though her vital signs are there, she's still in critical condition. She needs emergency treatment. If it helped me lift her arms. Ugh, so heavy. Don't even think about hurting Saria again. Silence, I can burn her out for us, and we can go try and meet up with the doctor. No, the people watching us are definitely also after Rhodes Island. Yes, the military is already inside Rhine, and your friends might not be able to protect themselves. Director Jara? Come with me, kids. I can't just sit by and watch the other founder of Maylander fall here. Oh, for a second I thought she was an enemy. Okay, that's good. Mr. Vice President, Congress called back. It's regarding the bill to dismantle those military bases. They're ready to move the hearing up. In addition, the justice who reached out to us earlier has hinted that she's willing to cooperate with us to overturn the previous ruling. The military is going to pay for their recklessness. We have an optimistic estimate that Colonel Blake will be out of timeouts within the next 12 hours. Everything is waiting for your decision, sir. A call should be coming in. Harvard? Yes, this is the Vice President Temporary Office. Yes, he's right next to me. Yes. Mr. Vice President, it's... Hello, I know who's looking for me. Alright. I understand. I feel the same. I'm not about to let everyone down at this critical juncture. Mr. Vice President, about the bill. Shelve it. There's no need to put this matter on the agenda for the next 6 months. Is that an order from the Maylander Foundation? Pavard, how many casualties were there in that mess from your report? We eliminated 30 military operatives. And how much money do we spend on training those soldiers every year? 3 million to train a combat-ready man to DoD standards, sir. So we basically just lost 90 million in cash and 30 outstanding talents. That's right. So there's no need to ask whose order it is. It's a decision that is in the best interest of Colombia. Go get me a meeting with Blake. It's time for us and the DoD to work together. Understood. I like the bird. I don't think I've mentioned the bird yet. That's so cool. I'll always remember the day the election results came in when I thought smugly to myself that I could finally sit behind the desk of my dreams, and I received the biggest shock of my life. Back then I almost thought my country was caught up in a huge conspiracy. But I've come to realize that's not what's happening. Colombia isn't wrapped up in any conspiracy, and Maylander isn't the shadow government I thought it was. It's just silly things happening in an orderly way. That's what makes it seem like we've been making real progress. But I'm still just a regular guy. Every now and then something crazy pops into my head. If I really was caught in that explosion, then would I be remembered as a martyr for Colombia? Or just tossed in the dustbin of history as some incompetent politician? What do you think? Vice President looks around the empty office as if waiting for the omnipresent heir to answer his question. Then the man standing so close to the apex of Colombian power size. The military won't be bothering you any longer, so why the long face? Juliak, you are a difficult woman to reach. Oh shit, here we go. Sorry about that. My boss, who I've not seen in a long time, has popped on over to Trimonts. I needed some time to compile my reports. I'm afraid the Tin Man has forgot to send me any copies. And that's why I've come to answer your question personally. As long as it's something I know, I'm happy to tell all. Alright, you're the primary representative for the Maylander Foundation's Line Lab's desk. So tell me, where exactly is the main instigator of all this malarkey? Where is Kristen Wright right now? She's in a place that not even the finest of Colombia's commandos are able to reach, a place never documented by the Maylander Foundation. There's nowhere in Colombia like that. It's not on any map of the country, at least for now. Even though the location might overlap with our territory, it is truly out of our line of sight. So you mean, Mr. Vice President, you are no doubt familiar with Project Exploration, an archaeological undertaking spanning multiple years led by the Maylander Historical Association, or rather, our Tin Man. Those ancient ruins buried under the vast wasteland. Exactly. Coincidentally, we also came across this information during a recent raid operation on Rhine-related personnel. Exploration records? These records are currently in the hands of a former executive of Rhinelab, a close friend of Kristen Wright's, as well as an offshore company with an existing criminal record in Colombia. And this is the most coincidental thing, that this company called Rhodes Island has a working relationship with my dear leader, the Tin Man. Interesting. Oh, they're meeting now. A water purification and circulation system. You could also call it a sewage drain. It used to have another name, Locus of Sorcery, one of the most primitive weapons of ripcraft from the TCAS. So that's its actual full name. To think it was installed on the Pioneer team's nomadic temporary housing. Though it's certain that the device's core components have already long been lost. All that is left are the outermost pipes, and you people had a reasonable idea of how to recycle them. I will take that as a compliment on behalf of the Colombians, madame. This country has long gone through hard times. During the Great Expansion, when the supplies were scarce, every object was classified into one of two qualities, useful or useless. This may be a medium of some magnificent memories in your eyes, but to the ordinary people living in Colombia, they are useful pipes that will not be rusting anytime soon. After all, no matter how old an object is, or how great an era it has seen, those unable to be comprehended by people of the current era will be no different from scrap. Our own levels of understanding are but restricted by our own time and space. You and I are not exempt either, and the same goes for Kristen Wright. She couldn't have drawn her power from a TCAS-like legacy, or whichever outside force she has borrowed power from is much more powerful than that. There are still 32 technologies waiting to be rolled out. Most of these are not on the Maylander Historical Association's exploration records. I presume you won't be needing my company for whatever is coming next. Sure enough, but this will not affect our partnership with Maylander. Yes, indeed. This has always been your way of going about things. You're hoping that Kristen will not get a hold of that technology. But we also hope that Colombia won't be able to prematurely pocket that fortune for themselves. Still the same as always, selfless and neutral. I have one more thing to ask of you. We can discuss that first, madam. Dr. Sagan, and those two girls. As you've said, there are some roads that only I can take. I'd like to trouble you to take care of them when it's convenient for me to do. When it's inconvenient for me to do so. Oh, I misjudged you. You have changed after all, madame. You are more humane than you once were. No one or thing is forever unchangeable, Revenant, Mr. Tin Man. All we can do is to accept these changes. I mean, thanks, Calzid, for worrying about me. Hey, doctor, you good? I should rain in the water and not let it enter the respiratory tract. Or could it be that my skills have gotten rusty after not using them for so long? The doctor probably bumped that hood or something and passed that out. So sorry. Saw also that Justin Jr. he suddenly dumped a stack of papers on me, said all the directors have to fill them out or we won't get our funding for next year. That was close, I almost didn't make it. Oh, you're awake, doctor. I had a feeling it was Muelsyse. Good morning. No, good evening. This isn't Ryan. Yep, I was manipulating my water around when I knew you were in trouble. The two of you were about to be discovered when I found you, so I wrapped you up in water and brought you here. I was in a hurry, so excuse the bumpy ride, Kay. I can't repay the kindness you've shown me. It's not that great a deal. It's so cute! Oh my god, I'm so happy she's with me now. But you know, if you insist on returning the favor, just sign this employment contract I got here. I wouldn't mind having an assistant with brains as big as yours. Doctor, I know you just woke up, but I gotta tell you some bad news. It seems like Saria got attacked on the same time you were. Is she okay? I'm not sure about the specifics, but that's Saria, you know. Harder than diamonds. She wouldn't be in any serious danger, right? The big question is what you do next. You must have gotten the feeling that once the military gives you a warning, they don't give up so easily. So your situation here is... Actually, Rhodes Island's situation is far from hunky-dory. Osmanthus. Huh? Osmanthus? Outside. The corridor. Someone is walking toward us. Huh? But I was so cautious on the way here, the army couldn't possibly have tailed us that easily. Or could it be the Maylander guys, like Mr. Tin Can and his pets? Secret agents like to pop up like this, don't they? Osmanthus, is it the Tin Man? I don't know. I don't feel anything special. The feeling I'm getting is, very normal. Muelsyse, can you take a look around the area? You want me to send a few eyes out there? You got it. Finally. Sorry, am I late? I wanted to see you as soon as you got to Arknights. Unfortunately, my work took much longer than expected. You are... Wait, I remember that mug from the docks. You're Logan Williams? Huh? Logan? Yes, it is I. You must have received my letter, Muelsyse. Who is Muelsyse? My name is Muelsyse. It's my only name. You, no matter. What's important is that you've come. To tell the truth, I've been a bit nervous ever since I sent that letter. Is he the one that experimented on fucking Muelsyse though? Oh, he knows her real name. Bruh. Oh, the music is so fitting. I'm like, what the fuck? Mind blown. Holy shit. Oh fuck. That was a bomb. I know Muelsyse was kind of like experimenting on, like a bit like Ifrit. Oh my god, that's okay, creepy. I mean, he doesn't seem as evil as Parvis, but yeah, we don't know him yet, so I'm not gonna make any comments or conclusions right now. And I'm not gonna spoil anything about Parvis, but just know you won't like him if you read the manga. Anyway, to see that you're willing to meet me makes me a very happy man. Oh my fucking god, that's amazing. That took a turn. Oh, all right. Very cool. Wow, that was an interesting stage. Wow. Okay. Well. Thanks for watching, comments. This was a bit shorter because of the, yeah, well, there was only story, so yeah, not much to do then other than reading. So yeah, that was nice. All right, so wow, that was pretty heavy right there. Wow, Muelsyse's experimenter, I guess is the word. I don't know. That is kind of creepy. Anyway, yeah, I gotta think about that for a minute. So yeah, thank you for watching, comrades. I hope you enjoyed the story stage we did here, if you watched all of it. If you did, do you like to know that you did read it all? And yeah, comment if you have any thoughts. You probably should, seeing as much happened. And yeah, if you want to see more Arknights and possibly other content in the future, do subscribe. And I will see you very soon. And as always, comrades, have a good day.